Yo, what's up, guys? Jairus here, and welcome to another episode of Jairus Inspires podcast. Bro, I hate you.
Why, man?
Bro, I hate you.
Why?
You know how many times you made me look dumb or made us look dumb? You know, it's how good you are.
Sorry.
You know, there's so many days that I woke up and then I was like so inspired to make videos. You know, like then the moment I opened my Instagram, then Amir de Leon, I see Amir de Leon posting videos. It's like, man, just screw it, man.
That's why I'm losing followers.
Screw it, man. How can we top this? Like, man, that's why I'm stuck here creating comedy skits because you're just too good, man. There's just no.
I'm here joining you, so
Yeah.
I wanna try out what you're doing.
Yeah, man. But I mean, you're very good at what you do.
Thank you.
So, guys, my special guest for today, none other than Amir de Leon, bro. Thank you
up,
so
bro?
much. Woo!
Oh,
Sound
that's
effects.
I didn't even know that was
Oh, it's live
possible.
audience, bro. Hey, hello to our 5,000 viewers right now. Crazy, man.
We're just staring at a washing machine.
Washing machine and my brand new, what's it called this?
Air
Cooker,
fryer.
air fryer, which I bought in Day to Day for 200 dirhams. No, sponsored by Day to Day, by the way.
Hey, man, the potential is crazy.
Exactly.
The potential is
Day to
crazy.
Day. Stop. All right.
Potential, man.
Good, bro. Man, I'm excited to be here. And by the way, just want to mention that it's currently 12 a.m. And we're doing this podcast at 12 a.m. That's how
is-
special this guy is.
Which is pretty early.
And you literally, well, it's technically morning, yeah.
Yeah.
He literally texted me like 30 minutes ago. Like, hey, bro, I can do it now.
I mean, I just showered, so I was
Bro, I
like,
was on my boxer shorts, bro.
I mean, it is what it is, bro. Content creator life, you know.
Yeah, you asked me, are you still awake? Are you still up?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
Content creator, bro.
What do you mean? I just woke up.
Exactly. Okay, so guys, our topic for today is our ups and downs, for being Gen Z creators.
A lot of ups and downs, honestly.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 24,
24, 26. Not too far.
maybe 25.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. What year?
1920.
No, man,
kidding.
24. 24, right?
Who, me?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. When I met you, I think you're like 20 at least. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe
20,
no,
21.
younger. Well, I followed you probably when I was like 18 or 19.
I'm not that old, bro.
Before I held the camera.
That's slap on my face.
But honestly, you look so much younger than when I first like met you.
I lost
On-
weight. I lost weight.
You lost a lot. How much weight did you lose?
I mean, because I think I lost a lot of weight due to the pandemic. So
Okay.
before pandemic, I was like 110, man, at least.
Oh.
Now I'm like 90, 87.
I was the same. Like that was my heaviest as well,
Yeah.
110.
Yeah.
But it's weird that you lost weight during the pandemic because I gained the weight during pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. Like I feel like pandemic was like so different for everyone, which is kind of cool.
And you know what's funny? I didn't even do any exercise at all. Like, nothing at all. It's just
What's that bike for?
it's for display, man.
That's one of the
I have a
props.
bike here, but I never used it.
Another sponsor, Sun and Sand Sports.
Oh, yeah. That is sports. Hey, we talk. Okay, our topic for today is about, of course, I mean, if you say Amir de Leon, I mean, it's all about cars, right? So we're going to talk about cars, car content. So anyone out there, photographers, filmmakers, videographers that wants to learn or get lesson or be inspired about creating car content, you know, this is the perfect man right here. like when you say car content creator in Dubai, come on, bro. It's Amir.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I've been following you, bro. I mean, at least 5 years, man. At least 5 years.
Likewise.
Yeah. So just let's go back to those times, bro. Because I believe I'm not sure, but I believe that you started on a different genre, right? Yeah. Can you give us some insights of Amir de Leon back in the day when you started? Yeah.
I mean, like everyone, you know, you get to try everything.
Yes,
you know,
yes, the
which
beginning,
is
yeah.
the beauty of creating content in general. Honestly, back in the day, no one was called a content creator. You know, like
Yeah, especially in my day.
yeah, I mean, it's either you're called a videographer or a photographer.
Always separate.
Yes, or you're a director,
Yeah.
filmmaker.
And I remember before, we hate being called, if you're a photographer, we hate being called being videographer or
Yes,
doing both.
or vice
We
versa.
hate it, bro.
That's true.
We hate it, but we gotta adapt. And I'm
Yeah.
actually very thankful that content creators became a thing because I'm
Yes.
always a hybrid
Yes.
from the very beginning, you know?
I mean, it's good that like I mean, as I mentioned, you have to try everything to figure out what you want at the
Yes.
end. So, I mean, when I started, I first dabbled into obviously freelancing. Anything that came in my way, I just accepted. But I was heavy in the fitness industry, so I shot a lot of people in the gym.
Okay.
And that's how I sort of grew my experience.
Okay.
That's when I first bought my first stabilizer, my first camera, my first lens, all for the purpose of shooting people working out.
Yeah.
Mainly because I did have that, interest or hobby in the fitness industry. I loved going to the gym. I was fat when I was a kid, overweight.
I saw the
And
post, man.
no, that wasn't when I was like, that was actually like 2 years ago.
No.
Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
You lost weight.
And gained it back and lost. Yeah, but honestly, it was always an interest of mine, going to the gym or fitness in general. So I just recorded people or filmed people in exchange for fitness advice
Oh,
back in the day. So that's how it started, and then it branched out sort of quite quickly when I started recording people's businesses. So when I recorded people in the gym, obviously they have to work somewhere.
I never knew that. This part of your content creation.
Yeah.
I thought because I followed you during I think pandemic, and you were creating
TikToks and stuff.
selfies.
Yeah,
home
self
selfies.
portraits.
Yes. Yeah. That's like the peak of your when you were starting. You know.
Yeah, so right before that it was all freelance. So after the fitness content, I directly went to just freelancing. I started shooting F&B, fashion, name it. Like
Yeah.
I've shot a lot of things, a lot of corporate stuff as well. I've shot pharmacies, hospitals, name it. So it's like right after that the pandemic hit. After that I was just left with zero jobs.
Yeah.
Like everyone else.
All of us, yeah.
And I just wanted to figure out. Then I discovered this platform called TikTok, and that's where, yeah. Now, I mean, honestly, it opened so many doors, and I
Yeah,
feel like
true.
that's when the sort of paradigm shifted when it comes to content in general. That's when short form or vertical content was born. Everyone stopped posting 4x5 or 16:9 content, and then all of a sudden, everyone started posting vertical content, and that's when I sort of discovered my passion for dabbling more into the creative part of things rather than the freelance side of things. So I started focusing on ideas and applying it to my own world.
Cool.
Rather than
nice.
because back in the pandemic, you were pretty much stuck at home. You didn't have models to shoot, you didn't have nice locations. All you had was your
I saw
space.
a lot of your home selfies you did.
Yeah.
That became viral. I think they
Some of
went
them,
big. Yeah.
some of them, and then after
Crazy, bro. I saw the moon. I don't know, moon astronaut.
that,
Whatever.
there
That's
was
insane,
there was
bro.
a lot. I started shooting soap bubbles, M&Ms,
Yeah,
Oreos,
yeah.
foods, whatever, and I used my TV as a background. I remember. And yeah, I feel like that sort of opened my mind to a lot of things, and that made me appreciate things when the pandemic or the quarantine was over. So that's when I started shooting cars.
Okay, but do you always have this passion with cars even before, or it's just started after the pandemic?
Honestly, I loved cars, but I never knew anything about them. I wasn't an automotive enthusiast. I barely knew anything about cars.
Okay.
But I loved cars. Like for me to sit in a Lambo was a dream. You know what I mean? I mean, growing up in Dubai and being so young, I always had that fascination for supercars and stuff, and that luxurious lifestyle. But after COVID, when I started going out and exploring, I started like, okay, let me just shoot. Let me try shooting cars. I actually joined my friend for a shoot, and then all of a sudden, that video blew up.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think the lesson we can get for that is it's never too late.
100%.
Right? It's never too late. Like for example, right now, I cannot say myself a car enthusiast.
Yeah.
I've made car videos. I like cars, but I kind of consider myself as a car enthusiast. but it's never too late. Like you sort of like you
Yeah,
said
yeah.
that you just need one click, you know.
I mean, you never really know, man. It's like it's sort of like going with the flow.
Yeah, true.
But at the same time, I'm until now I don't claim myself a car expert, but
Yeah.
I do now know a lot about cars.
Yeah.
Mainly because of my work nowadays.
Yeah.
But again, sky's the limit, you know, when creating content. If you keep your mind really open to any genre, you never know what might come next or what you might turn into as a creator.
Sure.
So yeah.
That's good to hear because I know a lot of people that they're passionate about cars.
Yeah.
And they know photography, they know videography. They're just afraid to do it. You know, they think that you need a lot of skills, a lot of money to do it. Not really, right?
No, not at all. I mean, honestly, it's quite funny. Like over the years, I just invested all my money on cameras, lenses, and all that stuff. But then realistically, the thing that recognized that the thing that got me recognized on social media was not only for my cameras or equipment, it was for my ideas and also the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Which is
you post a lot of behind the scenes.
yeah, I mean
I
that was
appreciate
that was my genre back in the day, mainly because not everyone did that. So it's like I found the gap in the market where not everyone was showing what goes on behind the scenes and then people getting to see the result, because usually you just see the result. So back in the day, being able to see both was like a sort of a shocker to a lot of people, and that's why my content worked. But yeah, it's just crazy how, you know, like content shifts what you're known for to what you're actually good at.
Okay. So see, we know that creating car content is not easy. Like I've tried. Okay, I've tried. I collaborate with car brands. Yeah, I know how hard it is. Now, why you chose to keep on doing car stuff? Like
stuff.
you know, like what makes you like go up in the morning and you know what? Let's create car content. Even though, for example, summer, I saw your stories during summer. Man, you're sweating a lot. You're on a gimbal.
Yeah.
You're driving car, chasing the sports car. Like, but that's a lot of work. Why? I mean,
honestly, okay, so apart from me liking cars, right? Because most of the cars that I shoot right now isn't supercars.
Okay.
Let's face it, it's like your normal everyday car or SUV or you know, soccer mom car. But
that's the first time I've ever heard that term.
Soccer
mom's car.
Yeah, honestly, it's like the average Joe car.
Yeah.
But the reason being is that I feel like when you shoot a model, let's say if you're like a portrait photographer or videographer, every single sort of model you face has their own personality depending on the brand they're wearing or whatever. With cars, it's the same way. So I feel like cars are technically models without the like, you know, back and forth
The drama.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't say that.
You said that before we take, man.
But yeah, I mean, like, you know, shooting cars, they don't complain. I mean, sometimes they do.
Drama.
Sometimes they get sometimes they get stuck in sand. Sometimes they break down.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, cars are such a big factor, especially in the region. Living in the UAE, for example, cars are such a big deal, and it holds such significance with the culture, with people. If you're, for example, there is this trend going on right now. If people can tell whether if you're in real estate or you're a videographer or you're in a certain career, they can match a car to your career. So it's like, depending on what you do, you drive a certain car.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Or sometimes, you know, people tie your nationality to a car, correct?
Honda.
You know what I mean? Honda, Toyota, Nissan,
Filipino,
Japanese cars.
Japanese cars, Filipinos.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to say that Amir de Leon is actually, in fact, a Filipino. Are you half? Are you full? I've heard this question a lot. Like they ask me so many questions. Like, is Amir Filipino? Is he full?
I'm half Filipino.
Yeah, that'd be good to hear. So he's half Filipino. A lot of my friends, followers, don't even know that. You know,
It is actually like one of my most asked questions, but again, it's not, you know, like I don't think it
like
plays.
every time people ask you for sure because it's very hard to distinguish. Like you know, looking at your face, it's not easy.
But it doesn't.
It's a mix.
Yeah.
Right? Which nationality you get mistaken the most?
Honestly, they think I'm Arab because of the content.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
But it's okay. I mean, I'm fine. Think whatever you want to think. It really doesn't matter.
But you can
Honestly.
speak fluently Filipino?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I do. I do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard you speak Filipino,
No,
bro.
no, it's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it at English.
Okay. Okay, so can you give us some insights of how do you conceptualize or come up with idea, or where do you get ideas? Because man, whenever I see your content, man, I was like, where is this guy getting all these ideas? Come on, like, do you have like a phone book of all the, all the
Honestly,
contents?
honestly, it's pretty much that. Like
Yeah?
it's just Apple Notes for me. Whenever
Insane, man.
whenever I basically the workflow goes where I get a client or I get a car that I have to shoot.
Okay.
First I research the car or I research the thing that I'm shooting.
Yeah.
And then I just go to my notes and just first of all I put links to inspiration that I've seen.
Oh,
So-
you don't even bookmark. You copy the link and
Yeah.
you put it on notes. Oh, that's
So from
extra,
Instagram,
extra. Yeah.
yeah. So from Instagram, get the link of whatever, let's say Sam Colder or
No way.
any other content creator out there.
Uh-huh.
You like their video, save that. Or I have a already collection on Instagram saved
Okay.
from the content that I already like, and then I just put it on notes, and then I take the car that I have to shoot, and I just basically make my own version of that
True. Yeah.
video. Sometimes I mix 3 different videos from other people into one.
That's why it's called inspiration, bro.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a lot of people might say it's copying,
No, I don't
but
think so.
again, I'm trying my best to sort of skew it because a lot of people think that I'm just an idea machine. I can just come up with ideas. Honestly, there are a lot of days where I just don't feel like it. You know, nothing comes out.
Yeah.
But getting inspiration from other people is an amazing first step.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because I mean, those peoples that you are inspired from, they
Yeah.
also are inspired from
From other people as
other
well.
people as well.
Or other means of things. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't have to be another creator you're inspired by. Maybe it's a book you read or a movie you watched or like sometimes, you know the term, if you're burnt out, just take a walk. So
true.
it's like,
Yeah.
why would you take a walk? So you can free your mind and focus on other things.
Yeah.
So maybe you might get inspired by that. So yeah, I feel like being a Gen Z and being
Yeah,
addicted.
I know, bro. I know. Gen Z.
I mean, being addicted to social media, you know, if you have more than 6 hours of screen time, I'm sure you will have enough time to capture some inspiration online. So rather use that social media addiction to use.
Yeah,
My
I've been there,
opinion.
man. Yeah, I can relate because for my comedy skits, I used to get inspiration a lot too from TikTok, from Instagram.
Yeah.
But as much as I can, I want to put my creative touch or my personality into
Yes.
it, and with that makes it different. Even though it's more of a trend, like you can say copied, but
Yeah.
it has my style,
Of
my
course.
touch. It's not completely 100% copied, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I for sure you do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then okay, so let's go to back to your workflow. So client contacts you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have save ideas. Then after that, like now we go to the production side. How hard it is, man, to do it? Can you just give me insights? Like how do you hire people, equipments,
Yeah.
locations, especially in Dubai? We're in Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine, man. I'm excited to hear your answer.
So I think you would know every project is usually different. You know, it
Yeah.
all starts
Yeah.
from the brief, from the client, what they want.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we start with the idea first.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, anything's possible if you have the idea
Yeah.
and the budget and the money.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have those 2 things and the time, obviously. So idea, money, and time. Once you have those 3 things set,
Yeah.
then you could basically see what's the most feasible and best way to execute it.
Yeah.
So I like to start with the hardest thing, which, as you mentioned, locations.
Locations.
So whenever I do have a shoot, I try to like tie the concept down to the location. So where should I shoot? If I shot here already, living in such a small country, obviously you probably shot in the location that you've already shot in. You have to, especially cars, it's such a big subject, you know, it's not a small thing you can just put here and make it look different. So you have to basically come up with a way to make that location look different. So whether you're shooting in a specific desert, let's say, you want to find a different part of the desert or a different side.
Same, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Honestly. But again, there are some ways you can make that look different through the editing. or through the camera angles.
And also the background, for example, mountains.
Yes.
Or roads, signage.
Yeah. Sometimes, let's say you start the video when the car is parked.
Okay.
Some guy's walking in. You start the car. Rather than starting it the same way in that video, and you have to deal with the same location in the next video, rather start the car already rolling on the road. You know what I mean? Like, have something different. Again, the possibilities are endless if you take into account the different variables you can control.
Yeah.
It's not only about shooting, it's also about post-production. So, like, with that in mind, with every single project, we sort of reverse engineer each video.
Yeah.
So we think about the post-production first through the concept.
Oh yeah. Same what I do. Yeah.
So it's like once you, for example, if you make your shot list, you make your shot list for the edit. What kind of transitions you're gonna have. But yeah, with that said, when it comes to the teamwork and everything like that, it's very challenging. But we do have for a lot of people think I'm a one-man band, which for so long it was. But I actually have a company behind all, like, that handles all my content. It's my own company,
Your own company.
but we are a group of team of content creators that basically help me drive the cars, assist me, shoot.
You need crew, man.
Exactly. And sometimes I model in my own videos that I direct as well. So it's kind of hard to obviously shoot with a tripod or have movement, set up a slider in the middle of the desert. So it's better to have someone that's a DOP that can help you.
Yeah.
And also finding someone that matches your style.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I just work with a handful of people very repeatedly for every project, and each one of us actually have our own expertise. Like I'm honest with what I'm good at, and I'm honest with what I'm weak at. You know, like for example, I'm not good with photography. I'm okay.
Come on, man.
No, like
humble, man.
no. Like honestly, I like some people in my team are very good at certain things. Like some people are amazing at handling the gimbal. They're good at certain camera movements. Some people, they're good at tracking shots. Some people, they're good at long exposures.
As long as you're utilizing each and everyone's skills.
Yes,
expertise.
but again, we're not confined to those skills. Again, there's always room to grow.
Yeah,
Like for example, back in the day, my weakness was post-production, and now I'm sort of like learning from the people that I hire. You know, which is amazing because it's not just a very transactional sort of deal when it comes to content creators, because we're all like-minded individuals. I also learn from them. So so yeah.
Yeah. So before you mention locations, you talk about the money and stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't want to discourage new creators to think that you need a lot of money to create
No,
content.
of course not.
You can start with your own car, with your auntie's car, father's car.
I mean,
you know?
to be honest,
for sure you had videos in the past that you did for free.
oh, a lot.
Right?
I mean, like pretty much for a year of like a year's worth of car content was never paid by any brand.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that brands resonate with the content, so they are willing to pay for it. And again, they're not paying for the same thing that you can execute for free. They are paying for a specific idea that will help promote to sell their product. So that's it. The context is completely different. you
Okay.
know?
Okay, so if I am a starter and I'm car enthusiast and I want to go into car photography or car filmmaking, what are the advices you can give me? Like, yeah,
I mean, honestly, just start. I mean, I get this
how do I
question.
start? Like, for
Yeah. I mean, find your niche. So what cars do you like? You know what I mean? What kind of content do you, first of all, I ask them, whoever asks me those questions, who do you look up to? Or who do you follow?
Good one. Yeah, who?
You know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you follow, for example, my work, I would suggest pick one of my videos, go out, pick a day, and be more practical in terms of what's possible, because a lot of people like confuse that this kind of content is unattainable, and you know it's not possible because he has this equipment, he has this, he has that.
Yeah, man. There's nothing you can achieve if you keep complaining.
I mean,
So just do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it. Just go out, just do it. Just start somewhere.
Nike, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Just do it.
Let's talk Nike. How many brands do we have today, bro? We have Day to Day, Sun and Sands, Nike.
But yeah, honestly, it's so true, because most of the stresses you have in anything, honestly, I don't want to be philosophical, but you know, 99% of those worries or overthinking
Yeah, it's
will
true,
go
man.
away if you just start.
True.
Because obviously you're not going to be as good as someone who already has been doing it for years,
Yeah.
but you would be 10 times better off than trying it than not trying it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can start doing simple videos. Like when you look at Amir's videos, yes, it's very technical, it's very amazing, but you don't have to do the same thing.
No.
Like you can just start with, I don't know, with cross dissolve transition. I mean, don't do cross dissolve, but you get what I'm saying, bro. You start basic, man. You can start basic. I mean, you can even start with the base with storytelling.
Yes.
You don't have to do fancy transition, car chasing stuff.
I suggest, honestly, like where everyone starts, tutorials. Tutorials are your
Yeah.
best friend, but at the same time, make sure you put those tutorials to use.
Yeah.
Because that's my mistake as well as a content creator. And I feel like a lot of people face this issue is that we learn so much from the resources we have because we have an overloaded and overwhelming resource of tutorials nowadays.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just out there for free. So you don't know where to start. And I feel like that's where people struggle the most. And I feel like take it one step at a time. Take one tutorial at a time or one tutorial a day, I would say. And put that to use. You know, don't just watch a tutorial and be like, oh, I'm going to save it for later. Because honestly, I have a playlist that I've never watched. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so
I wish they have like categories of
Yes.
things you saved. You know?
Exactly. So, I mean, like when you learn something, make sure you put into action and use something to keep yourself accountable, whether that's to show your friends that you made this or post it on social media.
Yeah.
Because for me, posting it on social media is a like a finish line. Everything needs to have a finish line in a sense. Because if you're gonna make a video, store it in your hard drive and leave it there forever, it's not gonna keep you accountable, you know?
Yeah.
But if you show it to other people,
Yeah.
people will be like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Then you have sort of feedback on where to improve, what to improve, or what to keep the same because you're doing good.
Yeah, and since you mentioned social media, that's a great tool to have if you want to collaborate, reach out people with such amazing cars. You know, you can start reaching out to people,
100%.
right?
Yep.
Have you done it before?
That's pretty much where I started. I mean, I didn't have a Lamborghini out of my pocket. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So I feel like if you're just starting out, especially if you have a skill like a photographer or a videographer, a lot of people what do you call this? They sort of undermine that being a photographer or videographer is not a big of a deal, but honestly it is. It's an asset.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always that you have to be a very good videographer to be able to reach out to someone or to collaborate.
No.
It's not, it doesn't really have to be that way because when I started I had a completely different portfolio when I started shooting cars.
Yeah.
I believe my first car that I shot was a Rolls Royce.
Oh wow.
And it was from a guy that I used to shoot with in the gym, which is now he is my best friend now. But back in the day, he was just a random guy that I came across in the gym, and I looked up to him. And he was like, "Hey, I have a collaboration with Rolls Royce. I have a car for a day.
Yeah.
You're down to shoot it." I shot it, and then the Rolls Royce reposted that video on their page, which gave me a boost. On okay,
Nice.
damn, like I love shooting cars now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you don't know where your skill would take you, and having that skill of shooting videos or shooting photos is such a good, huge benefit for the car brand or the people who have the cars themselves.
Yeah, and for me personally, I'm not sure if you agree with me, but for me, when you mention skills, but for me, I believe that actually style is actually one of the best things that you can develop. Like you can, for example, have bad gears or you don't have enough skills yet, but if you can get like specific, unique style,
Yeah.
and that would be helpful to your content. You know, so if you can develop your style, yeah, you don't need the best equipments, man. You don't need to have those skills.
Yeah.
But you can develop your own style. You know,
Yep.
you can just watch different creators. You know, get it from Amir, or there's so many styles of doing videos, right? It's not all about transitions stuff. You know, so you can try to figure it out. You know, and then reach out, right? Reach out to I mean brands, try or people with that owns amazing cars, you know. So man, there's so many things you can do to start this genre, you know.
Yes.
So you don't have, as you said, you don't have to have the best connection in the world. You know, you don't need to have money, you know. You
Just
can
get
start
out there.
Just get out
literally,
there.
and just do it.
Yeah. Nike. Bro, that's an amazing topic, and bro, I'm really amazed, man. And thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And I just want to say that I look up to you a lot.
Likewise, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
as a fellow Gen Z, I I appreciate, man. I appreciate the support throughout the years, man. The friendship, even though we don't hang out a lot, but we chat, we send memes.
Here and there.
Yeah, it's good, bro. Thank you so much.
Likewise. Thanks for having me, and I'm sorry for keeping you up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, man. 2 a.m.
Just 2 hours passed.
Bro, I mean, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Thank
you
you
so
man.
much.
Till next time.
Guys, till next time. Bye bye.